Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the stream. Today, we're continuing our precision deprogramming series. We are diving deep into episode 2 of the CCP's latest anti corruption propaganda blockbuster. 有噪音呢。Never stop, never relent. This installment is titled Severely Punishing Government Business Collusion. Now, look, we aren't here to watch disgraced officials cry on camera. We are not here to marvel at the soap opera drama or count the millions or billions they stole. That emotional shock and awe is a carefully engineered product of the CCP's propaganda machine. On the surface, it's a warning to the rank and file, but on a deeper level, it's a staged performance designed to make Xi Jinping look like a visionary hero. But well, we aren't buying it. We are here for the political logic underneath. When you look at these episodes together, the picture is undeniable. Xi Jinping is playing a much bigger game. This isn't just a cleanup. It is the opening act of the climax of the CCP destroying the CCP. First, let's talk about the world outside. Ordinary people are feeling the pain of brutal downturn, right? Businesses are folding, real estate is on the brink of a total washout, and local governments are buried under mountains of debt. For the average family, life feels like being crushed from all sides. And today, I'm peeling back the surface to expose the core logic behind this documentary. And my conclusion? This series is a political disclaimer. Through these cases, CCTV is telling the public the economic crisis isn't because the current leadership failed. It's because the old guard and the interest groups sold out your future. They want you to believe that purging these groups will magically fix your life. But is that the truth? Let's look at the evidence. We start with Luo Baoming, the former party secretary of Hainan province. The documentary highlights a very specific phrase, the Tianjin hometown circle. Luo was a minister-level official, but he governed through personal cronyism. His Tianjin business buddies wanted land, they got it. They wanted to ignore building codes, approved. Luo was their personal green light. But here's the real story. Luo was the primary political bodyguard for the HNA group. The collapse of HNA caused $1 trillion losses to the state, the banks, and the regulators. And remember, the government doesn't produce wealth. That bill is being paid for by the Chinese people. As Moscow has exposed time and time again, Luo Baoming was just a small fry in the HNA saga. The real power was the elite interest group led by Wang Qishan. Through HNA, they siphoned the blood and the sweat of the Chinese people, moving wealth overseas through the Cihang Foundation and the global acquisitions to fund family trusts. They hollowed out the state banks and left the public with an empty shell. And the subtext? She is telling you that law destroyed the rule of law, but law was just a provincial warlord. The real target is Wang Qishan. Today's reckoning is about settling the score with Xi's former right-hand man. The official narrative says the old forces blew the bubble and we are just painfully deflating it. Real estate is finance. HNA's debts did not disappear. They were just kicked down the road. The total collapse of the CCP's banking system is coming, and it will wipe out the savings of every hardworking family in China. These documentaries are just laying the groundwork for who to blame when the banks fail. Next, we have Xu Xianping in the documentary, former vice chairman of the NDRC, the mini state council, and Xu's crime, the revolving door. He used his power to build a network and then retired only to funnel national projects to his relatives. Think about the damage here. If the people designing the nation's economic strategy are only thinking about feeding their own relatives, the entire policy is a scam. This explains why we have massive overcapacity and useless infrastructure. Xu's case is a signal that internal traders sabotaged the nation's top-level design. Public funds meant for technology and livelihoods were diverted into private pockets, creating fake GDP and a rotten foundation. And then there is Chen Hongsheng, the embodiment of one family, two systems. Official business in the front, family shop in the back. This case explains why private entrepreneurs feel like they are suffocating. When the official is both the referee and the player, you can't win. The best resources are monopolized by these parasites long ago, leaving the rest of the country to fight over scraps in a brutal involution. So connect the dots. And the logic is clear. Luo Baoming as a local power distorted the land system and helped HNA hollow out the banks. Xu Xianping, central planning, corrupted national strategy, leading to resource misallocation. Chen Hongsheng, systematic parasite, destroyed fair competition and strangled private enterprise. She says, the accounts must be settled, but he doesn't just mean the money, he means political liquidation. As Mao Zedong revealed regarding the Nanpu plan and the sinking ship plan, this is about hunting down anyone who was ever disloyal. But shifting the blame to the Wang Qishan faction, the Jiang faction, and the Deng legacy, Xi is securing his absolute rule. He needs the public to direct their hatred towards these fallen officials to justify his brutal purges. In Xi's eyes, every official is a disposable slave. This is a quote from Mao Zedong. They will eventually have to surrender their wealth, their families, and their heads to keep his throne stable. Look at North Korea or Iran. Extreme poverty is a tool for control. China is no exception. Everything happening now is preparation for deeper authoritarian rule. In the next episode, We will continue to dissect this series and expose the CCP's endgame. We are here to help you see the truth without the propaganda. Thanks for watching and let me know your thoughts in the comment section. See you next time.